Hello, I'd like to introduce you to GLSEN, a discourse community that stands for Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network. It is a national nonprofit organization founded in 1990 by Kevin Jennings and other teachers that work towards LGBTQ inclusive K through 12 education. They also fight against discrimination, harassment, and bullying based on sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression. This group advocates for student-led movements like Day of Silence, Ally Week, and No Name Calling Week. So why is GLSEN considered a discourse community? Well, let's go over the definition of what a discourse community is. A discourse community is described as groups of people that have goals or purposes and use communication to achieve these goals. We know that discourse communities are built around language, but there are also 6 main characteristics that linguist John Swales made when defining what a discourse community is. So the first one, you must have a broadly agreed set of common public goals. Also, you need to have mechanisms of intercommunication among all of its members. You must use its participatory mechanisms to provide information and feedback. You must utilize and possess one of more genres in the communicative furtherance of its aims. Also, in addition to owning genres, you must have it has acquired some specific lexis, and finally, has a threshold level of members with a suitable degree of relevant content and discoursal expertise. So, how is GLSEN a discourse community? Well, this is how they fit. GLSEN is a discourse community because the organization fits all of Swales' 6 characteristics. This group is made up of people who volunteer to be a part of it. Everyone who belongs to this group participates and shares similar goals in spreading their beliefs. So, what do they believe in? The people who are a part of this group believe that our schools should be inclusive to everyone, no matter their gender identity or sexual orientation. They also believe that it is extremely important to empower students to make change in their own schools. Overall, they advocate and value people being unapologetically themselves. Intercommunication. There are many types of intercommunication used by this organization. In the bigger picture, they communicate by using large platforms and websites and social media accounts, just like other groups do. Meanwhile, there are many smaller groups that mainly communicate face-to-face. These groups are like gay-straight alliances at your public high school. Genres. Communication is important for all members of GLSEN because it helps spread their message and connects people. This organization utilizes blogs, forums, emails, and mail. They also share videos on their websites, and smaller groups use other forms of genres such as texting apps or social media. Now, we know that social media and texting apps are all that we do nowadays, but for a discourse community, it is important to have communication that is based off of written formats. So, what is the shared language, or lexis? In this discourse community, there is a common language that is used. Words that explain gender and sexuality are frequently used. For example, words such as gender binary, androgynous, and cisgender are used and are important to know when engaging in a conversation with this discourse community. Members of expertise. On their website, there is a list of people who are a part of their leadership. These people who work alongside their values are quoted as passionate activists, tireless historians, researchers, inspiring educators and advocates, and most of all, students. So why did I pick this discourse community? Well, GLSEN is a discourse community that promotes inclusivity for everyone. This group is for anyone who identifies with the LGBTQ community, and I think that this community is incredibly important for helping people who identify with this group find comfort in their own skin while also communicating and discussing personal issues. I have many friends who identify as LGBTQ, and their experiences have showed me that this group is really important for spreading these beliefs and the love and just being accepting to everyone. And that is why I picked this discourse community. Thank you for listening.